So now we are going to start the electronic configuration. It is a very important point. It will come in your next class, means 9th class, even in 10th class. But a little scenario of electronic configuration will change in 11th and 12th. Okay. Otherwise, the distribution of electron from 8th to 12th class is similar. Okay. Only the different things like in detail we will discuss in 11th and 12th class. Okay. So first we have to discuss what is electronic configuration. So electronic configuration is nothing but the distribution of electron. Okay. So I'm writing definition here. The distribution of electrons around the nucleus in a definite path called orbit. The definite path is nothing but definite energy level. The definite path is nothing but the energy level. Okay.
So orbits are also called shells, no sir?
Yes, orbits are also called as the shells. They are also called as shells. Okay. So first we have to discuss how we are going to fill the electron in different cells. Suppose we have atom and it is contain the center which is positively center called nucleus. It is the nucleus. And inside the nucleus, proton and neutrons are present. And around the nucleus in different shell or orbit, or they are also called as the like energy level, their electrons are being revolved continuously. Okay. So now we have to check how many electrons will come in first cell, second cell, third cell, fourth cell, etc. We have to discuss that. So for filling the electron in particular shell, we have the formula called 2n square. We have the formula number of electron equals to in a shell equals to it is 2n square, where n equals to, where n represents the number of the shell. Number of the shell. Number of the shell means, let me explain you, wait a second. Suppose we have the nucleus at the center. Suppose this is the first shell, this is second shell, this is third shell, fourth cell, etc. Okay. So if we will discuss about the first shell is named as K shell, K. Then second cell is named as L cell, L. After L. K we have L, yes, L.
K, L, M, N, sir.
Yes, then we have M and then we have N shell. So K is the first shell after the nucleus. So here for K shell we have N equals to 1. Then for L is it is a second shell after the nucleus. So it is N equals to 2, means it is second cell. Then likewise it is N equals to 3, it is third cell. And here we have N equals to 4, means it is the fourth cell. Understood? What is the number of cell?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So now we have to discuss how many electrons will come in first shell. So I'm writing here number of electron in first shell. First shell.
2,
so,
sir.
Yes. So for first shell, N will be N equals to 1. So we have formula, it is 2n square. So n equals to 1. So we will write 2 into 1 square. So we know 1 square is 1 and 1 into 2 is 2. So in first shell, 2 electron will come. Understood? Likewise, we can calculate number of electron for second cell. So now I'm going to discuss number of electron in second cell. So I'm writing here number of electrons in second cell. So for second cell, n equals to 2. Is it or not? So again, we have formula like it is 2n square. So again, 2 into n is what? 2. So we have to write 2 square. So square of 2 means 4. So 2 into 4. 2 into 4 means 8.
8.
So yes. So in second cell, 8 electron will come. Getting the point behind the electronic configuration?
Yes, sir.
Yes. If we will like solve like this in third cell, we will. So I'm writing here. Wait a second. So in first cell, there will be 2 electron. In second cell, there will be 8 electron. In third cell, there will be 18 electron. And in fourth cell, there will be 32 electron. Okay. So if, suppose if in third cell, maybe 8 electron will come. Okay. In order to get stability, every element must contain 8 electron in their outermost shell, and this is explained by the octet rule. So in third cell, maybe 8 electron will come. If there are less number of electron will present, then we have to fill 8 electron. That's all. Okay. So now we are going to write the electronic configuration of few elements. Okay. So I'm writing. Wait a second. Hydrogen. What is the atomic number of hydrogen? It is 1.
1.
Okay? That means hydrogen contains only 1 electron. So its electronic configuration will be 1. That's all. We have to write only 1. Okay. Now we have helium. Helium have atomic number beta 2.
2.
So yes, it contains only 2 electrons. So its electronic configuration will be 2. Then we have lithium beta. Lithium have atomic number 3. So it will it contain 3 electrons. So what will be electronic configuration in first cell? See, in first cell maximum 2 electron will come. So we have to write 2. So out of 2 we
1,
have
sir.
yes 2 and 1. Yes, good. Harshita, very nice. Okay. So now we will discuss more example over here. Okay, now I am asking one by one. Now Ayush is going to answer that. Electronic configuration of beryllium will be. Beryllium atomic number 4. Yes, Ayush, what will be electronic configuration of beryllium beta? Ayush.
Sir,
In first shell 2 electron and second cell also 2. Very simple. Okay, now this is for Harshita. Boron has atomic number 5.
Yes, sir. 2 and 3.
Yes, 2 and 3. Okay, next for who else? Abhinav. What will be electronic configuration of carbon beta? Carbon. Abhinav.
I don't know, sir.
Beta. In first cell, 2 electron will come. We have discussed now. So in first cell, 2 electron will come. And in second cell, we have fill 8 electron. But in carbon, we have only 6 electron. Out of 6, we have filled 2 in first cell. So how many will remain? 4. So in second cell, 4 electron will come. Very simple. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay. That we have discussed now. It is 2n square formula. According to it, in first cell, minimum 1 and maximum 2 electron will come. And in second cell, minimum 1 and maximum 8 will come. If we will have more than 8 electron, then it will come on the third cell like this. Okay. So now, next question is to, what is the name of new student? Krishnaditya.
Yes, sir.
Yes, you had to write, say, electronic configuration of nitrogen. It have atomic number 7.
2 and 5, sir.
Yes, it is 2 and 5. Next for Harshita, fluorine. No, oxygen. Oxygen have atomic number 8, beta. Oxygen have atomic number 8. So electronic configuration, yes.
2 and 6, sir.
Yes, and 6, very simple. Abhinav, for fluorine. Abhinav,
Yes, sir.
what will be electronic configuration of fluorine? It's atomic number 9.
Sir, 3 and 6.
So beta, in first cell 2 electron will come, na? Not more than
Sir,
2.
2 and 7.
Yes, 2 and 7. Yes, yes. Now Ayush, neon, atomic number 10.
Sir, 2 and 8.
Yes, 2 and 8. Now Harshita,
Yes, sir.
next question is for you.
Yes,
We
sir.
have sodium. What will be electronic configuration of sodium?
281.
Yes, because in first cell we will have 2 electron. In second cell we will have 8 electron. Only one is remaining, so it is going to fill in third cell beta. So
Sir,
we have
up to 20 elements, K shell 2, L shell 8, M shell 8, and N shell 2, sir.
yes. Okay, wait, I got a call from your coaching class. Wait a second, beta. Okay. Now we will have to write electronic configuration of magnesium, Mg. So who will provide me idea about electronic configuration of Mg? It has
Sir, can I?
Yes.
Sir, it's 2 and 10.
No, beta, no.
No,
See,
282, sir.
yes, because first cell we will have to place only 2 electrons. See, we have written over here. In first cell we have to write only 2 electron. In second cell, not more than 10 electron beta. We already gone through that formula.
Okay, sir.
Yes, we already gone through that formula.
Sir,
Okay.
not more than 8, no, sir.
Yes, in second cell beta, not more than 8. Okay, so we will have electronic configuration 2, 8, and out of 12 we have filled 10 electrons. So only 2 is remaining. So 2 will come on third cell. So electronic configuration of magnesium will be 282. Now, Ayush, what will be electronic configuration of aluminum? Ayush.
Sir, 2 and 11.
No, beta. Just
Sir,
I have told you in second cell,
Sir, can
not
I?
more
Sir,
than
I'll tell,
8.
sir. I'll tell.
Yes.
Sir, it's 2,
Uh,
10, and 3.
no, beta. We have
Sir,
13.
283, sir.
sir, 283.
Yes, 283. We have
Sir.
13. Yes.
Sir, so it should be not more than 8.
Yes, in second cell.
Sir, but sir, I got it, sir.
Okay, see here we have already discussed how many electron will come in first shell. So we have already gone through that the formula for n like first cell n will be 1, n equals to 1. So we have a substituted value of n in our formula called 2n square. So and we got answer 2. So in first cell only 2 electron will come in first shell. Then in number of electron we have calculated for second cell. So for second cell n will be 2. So again we have formula 2n square, and if we will place the value of n here, so it will become 2 into 2 square, and 2 square is 4. So 4 2s are 8. So there will be 8 electron in second cell. It is in second cell. So not more than 8 electron. We can fill 1 to 8, maximum 8 and minimum 1. Okay. So likewise for third cell we have discussed according to the formula 8 electron will come, or 18 electron will come here according to the formula, but according to the octet rule 8 electron will come in for third cell, and then if you will have more electron then it will come in 9, 10, 11, 12 like this. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so now we will discuss the electronic configuration of silicon. Now who is going to answer? Silicon.
Sir, can I?
Yes,
Sir,
silicon have atomic number 14 beta. Yes.
Sir,
284.
284.
Yes, it's 284. Yes, good. For phosphorus, we have atomic number 15.
Sir, 285.
Everyone had to say 285.
5.
Yes. For sulfur, sulfur have atomic number 16.
286.
286.
286.
Yes, 286. For 17, we have chlorine.
287.
Yes,
287.
287. Yes, very good. Then we have argon, 18.
288.
Yes, it is 288. Very good. Now, for little like the concept will change. So now we have potassium.
2881, sir.
Yes, 2881. Then we have calcium.
2882.
Yes, it is 20 and 2882. See, if we will discuss for the next element, we have scandium, 21. So now we will filter. Now number of electron will increase in third cell up to 18.
2883, sir.
No, 2892. See, after filling 2 electron in fourth cell, then number of electron will increase in third cell, because in third cell we had to fill 18 electron according to the formula. See here, in 18 electron we had to fill in third cell. So after filling 2 electron, yes.
But according to octet rule, there should be only
Yes.
8, no, sir?
Yes, but see, I told you, no, after 20 scenario will change. Okay, but you will like in exam, you are allowed to write electronic configuration up to calcium only, not more than that. Okay, so we are not discussing about the scandium here. So we will have to discuss till calcium only.
Calcium.
Yes, and you have to remember electronic configuration up to calcium, and you have to know, you do not have to remember, you have to just understand how to write electronic configuration. That's all. Okay, beta?
Yes,
Sir, the numbers which you are writing beside
हाँ बेटा.
are, sir, the numbers which you are writing beside, like hydrogen equals to 1, they are valencies, right?
No, beta. They
The
are
number
number
of
of electrons.
And we are getting the electronic configuration.
Yes, this is the electronic configuration that we have discussed here. This is electronic configuration. Here, this is electronic configuration. Here, this is electronic configuration. And here we have again this electronic configuration. Then here it is about silicon, then phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine, argon, potassium, and calcium. Okay. So I want you all to take a screenshot for that first. Take a screenshot. Done?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now take a second screenshot from here. Now we are going to discuss about the octet rule. It is very important if you want to do better in chemistry. It is very important. You have to remember what is octet rule is all about. Okay. So octet rule, I'm just going to write statement first. Statement of octet rule. Statement. Okay. The octet rule states that every atom or element must have 8 electrons in their outermost shell.
Outermost shell is also called valence shell, no, sir?
Yes. It is also called as valence shell. Okay, in order to acquire stability. In order to acquire stability. Okay, this is the statement of octet rule. Suppose we have, see, if there is no 8 electron, means that atom or element is going to lose electron or gain electron, or it is going to share electron with other atom or element. Okay, so I'm writing one more important point related to the octet rule. If there is no 8 electrons in there in outermost shell of an atom, in outermost or valence shell of an atom, then element or atom may lose electron or gain electron or may share electron. Okay, so and on the basis of whether they are going to lose electron or gain electron or share electron, we can calculate the valency of an atom. Okay, so now we have to write here the valency. What is valency?
The number of electrons an atom can donate or accept.
Or share. Okay, or share. Or we can say it is nothing but the combining capacity of an element. Okay, so valency is the combining capacity of an atom is called as its valency. And how valency is determined?
So what is the question?
How valency is determined? And valency is determined by, means how will you calculate valency? By number of electrons present in outermost or valence shell of an atom. Okay, so we have to relate octet rule as well as valency together, by which we can identify the valency of an atom. Okay, so I want you all to take a screenshot first, then we will discuss few examples. So now, according to the octet rule and valency, we have to identify the valency of an atom. Suppose we have here sodium, and sodium have atomic number 11. So its electronic configuration will be, who will going to answer?
281.
Yes, it is 281. So in outermost shell, how many electron do we have?
One
electron. Octet rule, what is the statement of octet rule?
Sir, there should not be more than 8.
No, octet rule says there must be 8 electron in outermost shell or valence shell. But in case of sodium, we have only 1 electron.
So sodium will donate the 1 atom, sir.
So there are two conditions now for sodium. Whether sodium is going to lose 1 electron, is it, or may accept 7 electron from other element. Whether to gain 7 electron or to lose 1 electron. So what will be easy for sodium? To lose 1 electron or to gain 7?
One
Or
electron.
to lose 1 electron.
Yes, yes. It will require very less energy. Okay. So sodium will going to lose 1 electron beta. That's why its valency is 1. That's why sodium's valency is 1. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Means,
And
means sodium will
sir,
going to form only 1 bond. Yes.
Inert gases have valency 0, no,
Zero.
sir?
Yes, because they are not going to form the bond with other elements. Like suppose we have neon here. Neon have atomic number 10. So its electronic configuration will be 2 and 8. So outermost shell contain 8 electrons. According to octet rule, neon is stable. So it is not going to react with other elements. Okay. But in order to complete the octet rule, sodium had to lose 1 electron. If sodium will lose 1 electron, then positive charge will acquire on sodium like this. Okay, so at positive state, sodium contains only 10 electrons and its electronic configuration becomes equals to the neon, then sodium becomes stable. Okay.
It will form a positive radical.
Yes, positive radical. That's why it is called as electropositive. And generally metal, they loses electron, hence they are electropositive in nature. Okay, now we will have to identify the valency of chlorine now. Chlorine have atomic number beta 17 and its electronic configuration is 2, 8 and 7. So again, there are two conditions for chlorine: to gain 1 electron, or to lose 7 electron. What will be easy for?
Gain 1
Gain
electron.
1 electron.
Yes. So chlorine will gain 1 electron. Okay, means its valency is 1.
-1, sir.
Yes, but when it will gain 1 electron, it will acquire negative charge on it. Okay, so when electron loses, positive ions are formed, and when electrons are gained, then negative charge will form on the atom. So that positive ion is called as cation, and negative ion is called as anion.
Sir,
Yes.
so we can get valencies if we remember the electrons table.
No. We can calculate valency by knowing the octet rule and their electronic configuration. See, for both the cases, for chlorine and sodium, we have gone through electronic configuration and octet rule. Okay, for 8 electron, how many electron will require for chlorine? 1 electron. So that will be, yes, valence will be 1. Like this. Now, this question is for Abhinav. So what is the valency of nitrogen beta? Nitrogen have atomic number 7 and its electronic configuration is 2 and 5. Abhinav, what will be the valency of sodium? Not sodium, nitrogen. Yes.
Sir, can I tell?
Sir, it's Sir, it's.
Sir, can I tell?
Wait. Let
Sir,
Abhinav try.
is it -2?
No, beta. See, I had told you, no. See, outermost must contain 8 electron, but in case of nitrogen, we have only, see, according to the octet rule, we have to have 8 electron. But in case of nitrogen, we have only 5 electron. So for making 8 electron, how many electron nitrogen will require?
3, sir.
3. So 3 will be valency. Very simple. Is it
Okay,
or not?
sir.
Yes,
sir.
Yes, this is the way you have to identify the valency. So 3 will be the valency of an atom. Okay, now next question is for Divyesh. Divyesh, again you are not replying. Divyesh?
Sir, he is not in the class.
Oh, yes. Okay, so Ayush. This question is for Ayush. What will be the valency of sulfur beta? Sulfur. Sulfur has atomic number 16 and its electronic configuration is 2, 8 and 6. So how many electron?
Sir, 2.
Yes. See, sulfur will require 2 electron in order to make 8, means 2 will be the valency of sulfur. Yes, very, very good. Okay. Now Harshita, no?
Yes, sir.
Yes. For Harshita, we have beta silicon. Silicon has atomic number 14 and its electronic configuration is 2, 8 and 4. So what will be valency of silicon?
4, sir, minus
Yes.
4.
Maybe minus 4 or maybe plus 4. It is going to share as well as lose electron. Equal tendency we have to lose and gain, or maybe share electron. Okay, so it's a valency 4. Yes, very good.
Sir, how can element share its electrons, sir?
See, suppose we have HCl, hydrogen chloride, HCl. So we have outer electronic configuration of hydrogen is 1. Is it? In case of outermost shell, we have only 1 electron in case of hydrogen. And in case of chlorine, we have 7 electron in its outermost shell. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Is it or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So see, this 1 electron of chlorine and 1 electron of hydrogen, that electron is going to revolve in shell of the chlorine as well as in shell of hydrogen like this. And electron of hydrogen is going to revolve in its orbit as well as in the orbit of chlorine also. Like this. Okay, that means chlorine have its own 7 electron in its outermost shell and 1 electron of hydrogen. So total will be 8. And for in case of hydrogen, hydrogen have 1 electron in its outermost shell and 1 electron of chlorine. So 1 plus 1 will be 2. So in first cell 2 electron, and in case of chlorine in third cell there will be 8 electrons. So both becomes stable. So see, this is how they are sharing the electron. Okay, and this bond is formed by sharing of electron is called as covalent bond. Covalent bond. Okay.
Sir, but every atom which donates and accepts electrons share their atoms, no, sir?
No. So element they are going to share electron or lose. Wait a second, beta. See, we have already completed our time, and I have another class just now. Students are messaging me, so we had to complete our session here. Only we completed more than an hour. Huh? We'll discuss that in next class, beta. Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Bye bye. Bye bye, everyone. Take care and
Bye, sir.
do study well. Huh?
Thank you, sir. Bye.
Yeah. Bye bye.